Hello friends, today we will be discussing the answers for our day 22 of our 30 days revision plan. We will move on to the questions. First question, if water pollution continues at its present rate, it will eventually stop water cycle, prevent precipitation, make oxygen molecule unavailable to water plants, make nitrate unavailable to water plants. Question is asking about water pollution and its impact. If water pollution continues at its present rate, what will happen is the pollution will increase. Since the pollution will increase, the quality of water will decrease. Therefore, biological oxygen demand will increase. So, more number of waste particles will be present in the water ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, and this will make the biological oxygen demand higher. Since the biological oxygen demand is higher, more oxygen will be required to decompose the waste particles, and thus fresh oxygen will not be available for water plants and other organisms to feed on. So dissolved oxygen level will continually decrease. So option C, make oxygen unavailable to water plants, is the correct answer. Second question, which of the following represents INS Jalashwa currently in service with Indian Navy? Amphibious transport dock, Rajput class missile destroyer, Kiev class aircraft carrier, anti-submarine Kamorta class stealth corvettes. INS Jalashwa was used to bring back the stranded Indians in other foreign countries recently. It was commissioned during 2007. It is currently in service with Indian Navy. It is actually an amphibious transport dock that helps in transporting people when necessary. Second question, option A is the correct answer. Third question, which of the following is or are zoonotic diseases? Casanova forest disease, avian influenza, hantavirus. Select the correct answer using the code given below. All the three are zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic diseases are those that are spread from animals. Casanova forest disease is seen in the southern parts of India in areas around Goa and Karnataka. It is spread from animals. And even avian influenza is also spread from animals. And hantavirus spreads through air also. So it is spread from rodents. So all the three are correct answer. Correct 1, 2 and 3. Third question, option D is the correct answer. Moving on to the fourth question, consider the following statements. In India, the diagnostic machines used for testing drug-resistant tuberculosis can be used for screening and confirmation of COVID-19 cases. RDRP gene confirmatory assay is used to confirm whether a person has contracted COVID-19. ICMR has recently published a guideline where it confirmed that diagnostic machines used for testing drug-resistant TB can be used for both screening and confirmation of COVID-19 cases. Previously, ICMR allowed only this system to only screen those COVID-19 cases. Confirmation of COVID-19 cases were given through other tests. So in the recent guidelines, there was a change. So screening and confirmation of COVID-19 cases are done using this mechanism. So first statement is correct. RDRP gene confirmatory assay is the second step. In this step, there will be definite confirmation whether a person has got infected with COVID-19 or not. So both the statements are correct. Fourth question, option C. Fifth question. Carbon dioxide is effective as a common fire extinguisher agent because it is a good conductor of electricity, it can displace oxygen from the vicinity of incident, it has high density compared to other fire extinguishers like water, none of the above. Carbon dioxide is very effective as a common fire extinguisher agent because it is not a good conductor of electricity, and also it can displace oxygen from the vicinity of incident, so that reactions will not take place. The area where carbon dioxide is applied, it will displace the oxygen molecules. As a result, the reaction will be less. As a result, fire will not spread to the other areas. So option B, it can displace oxygen from the vicinity of incident, is the right answer. Sixth question, which of the following statements describe the differences between MRI and CT scan? CT scan uses X-rays for imaging, whereas MRI scans use powerful magnetic fields and radio frequency pulses to produce detailed pictures of organs. CT scan is more suitable for checking bone injuries, lung and chest imaging, while MRI is more suited for soft tissue evaluation like spinal cord injury, brain tumors, etc. CT scan usually cost more than MRI scan. Even though you do not know the difference between MRI and CT scan, just read through the three statements. While reading the first and second statement, you will understand that CT scan uses X-rays for imaging, whereas MRI uses powerful magnetic fields. Obviously, X-ray is a very common technology, but using magnetic fields for scanning is not a common technology. The more complex technology is MRI scan. So obviously, it will cost more compared to CT scan. So by using that logic, you can eliminate statement 3 and come to the conclusion that option B 1 and 2 is correct. Sixth question, option B is correct. Seventh question, a refrigerant shall have properties like high boiling point, low freezing point, high heat of vaporization. A refrigerant will be having low freezing point so that the refrigerant will not get freezed very quickly, and it will not block the passageways, and a refrigerant should be having low freezing point so that it will not block any passages, and the refrigerant action will be smooth. It should also have a high heat of vaporization, that is, for every unit of refrigerant that we are using, it should take a high heat away from the refrigerator, and it should pull out more heat from the inside the refrigerator to the outside, so that the refrigerant inside will be cooled very quickly. So 2 and 3 is correct, but it should be having low boiling point as well, because a refrigerant should be turning into a gas very quickly, so that the refrigerant action will be completely normal and smooth. So it should be having a low boiling point, low freezing point, and high heat of vaporization. So option B 2 and 3 only is the correct answer. Coming to 8th question, algae based biofuels are advantageous compared to first and second generation biofuels because it can produce higher biofuel yields, it can be done on land unsuitable for food crops. Algae based biofuels can be produced on water bodies that are unsuitable for food crop cultivation. It can also produce higher biofuel yields per unit area with adequate technologies. The main problem is the technology that is required to produce it sustainably, produce algae based biofuels commercially. So 8th question, both 1 and 2, option C is correct. 9th question, consider the following statements. Indian Ocean Rim Association is an intergovernmental organization aimed at strengthening regional cooperation within Indian Ocean region. Indian Ocean Dialogue is a flagship initiative of Indian Ocean Rim Association. Both the statements are correct. Indian Ocean Rim Association is an intergovernmental organization. It aims to bring about a sustainable development and regional cooperation within the Indian Ocean region. Indian Ocean Dialogue is a flagship initiative of Indian Ocean Rim Association. The first summit was held in Kerala in 2014. So both the statements are correct. 9th question, option C is the correct answer. 10th question, with reference to Industrial Relations Code 2019, consider the following statements. Factories in which more than 100 workers are employed need to take prior permission of the governments before laying off their workers. Second statement, it also provides for the constitution of industrial tribunals for the settlement of industrial disputes. There are a number of labor reforms that is happening currently in India. One such labor reform that is happening is related to industrial relations, and how labors and their industrial relations are defined is mentioned in the Industrial Relations Code 2019. In this code, it provides for an industrial tribunal for the settlement of industrial dispute. But the main problem is it provides for a mechanism in which a company which is having less than 100 workers or less than that such companies need not inform or need not take prior permission of the central or state government before laying off their workers. Only those companies which are employing 100 or more workers shall inform central and state governments before laying off their workers. So both the statements are correct. 10th question, option C is the correct answer. That's it for today's discussion. We will come back for tomorrow's discussion, day 23. The subject will be environment. Thank you.